Hello everyone, this is Aaron again. Wanted to do one more BB gun video. I did the one on the restoration of my 44-year-old Red Ryder here. And as I was doing that video, I got to thinking and got to remembering actually just how much this gun changed my life. It's not to say that I was going to get into guns eventually as an adult or as a teenager or whenever, but this gun here more or less guaranteed that I was going to love guns for the rest of my life, and has taken me from BB guns to pellet guns to from everything, even airsoft and other things, to where I am today. And so basically though, I went right from BB guns to 22s, 22 cal powder burners. Stayed with those for years and years and years, as I told you about. Then all of a sudden, about 6 years ago, I was introduced to the PCP world and fell in love with it, and started actually sold all of my powder burner guns practically, and went specifically into this. But as I was thinking about that, I was thinking to myself, you know, this gun changed my life. And I know that there are a lot of you guys that are out there right now who you guys told me about it. You got your kids shooting your PCPs, you're buying PCPs for your kids and that sort of thing. But I'm thinking about those kids out there who have never touched a gun. And I'll just tell you a story. You know, I live in a small town here, but I'm from a larger city a few miles away. And we always hosted events down here for the whole family. And they would bring all the little kids down here. And we would do everything. We'd have water balloon fights. We'd do everything in the summertime. But you know what the highlight was? I pull these things out right here, put some cans up, bring the kids over and get them into a contest based on age groups, and that would end it right there. That's all they wanted to do. As soon as they would come down, anytime they come over here, the first thing they would say is, can we shoot the BB guns? Because they were just as excited as I was about that. And I think I got them now on the path where one day they're going to, one, be good citizens and safety minded and safety cautious. Because we talked about all that when we were shooting these BB guns. The first teaching of safety and all those types of things with a gun is with a BB gun. And I think those things are going to be passed on to them. I think they're right now on the same course that I was when I was first shooting this thing. And that got me thinking. But I want to talk about that at the end. So you guys stay tuned until the end of this, 'cause I got something special for you. But until then, this is what I want to do. I've gone out since then and I bought 2 other Red Ryders to do a review on them and to talk about what I like about and don't like about each one. Now, this gun has come a long way. Okay? Back when this gun here was made, safety was not a concern. I'm so glad. We live in this world now where everything is about safety. You know, we never wore a helmet, and I don't remember any of my friends cracking their heads. Maybe we wasn't doing stupid stuff like these kids were. I don't know. But on this gun here, this thing screws all the way out. I got BB dropping. This thing screws all the way out and screws back in, and it has no safety on it. And when you cock this gun, if you cock this gun and pull that trigger, and have this down and pull that trigger, this thing will slam against here with such a force it probably break your finger. Okay, that's how we grew up. And I don't remember anybody ever injuring themselves with this gun. We jump forward to today. Here's a Red Ryder of the day. And this is the one with the adult stock on it. But the Red Ryder of the day, it's nothing but safety. This gun no longer comes out, it's side fed. This thing actually ratchets now. So you take a certain weight, it'll stop. Somewhere to stop, somewhere to stop, all the way up, just so that it will not slam back against your hand when you're cocking it. Everything is safety minded now. But what I want to do here is I'm going to change this camera angle, show you some up close and personal about these 3 guns I have here. We're going to put them on a chrony. We're going to shoot them. We're going to go out and shoot some tin cans like me and my brother used to do and all our friends did when we were growing up, and eventually we went from, and this was a big jump. We went from cans to hunting, okay? Nowadays, I guess it would be paper to hunting. But we went from, in one swell fluke up, as soon as we had this thing good at 20 yards, we were out and we were hunting with it. And I'll tell you a quick story. I remember the first time we went hunting with my brother and I, we shot robins. We were down in Mississippi, so we weren't in Michigan. Michigan is, robin is the state bird here. So of course we never do it here, but in Mississippi it wasn't. And so we went out and we shot, I don't know, we came home about 6 or 7 of these things. And we cleaned them, took them in the house to our grandmother and said, "Grandma, will you cook these birds we shot?" And she had a fit. And she says, she had a fit. She didn't, not about the birds or anything, because we was eating wild game from babies. It was the fact that I don't want to have to use my grease to fry them little tiny birds for y'all. And I remember we started crying or pitching the fit, and she said, "Okay, I'll cook it." And she cooked the robins for us. She said, "This is the only time I'll ever do this for you." And I'm telling you, to this day, I can still taste those things. God, those things were so good. Never could shoot them anymore though. And never had any more to eat after that until I came up here and started shooting some pigeons and some other things, and had some of those birds. But that's just a story about this gun and how we went from tin cans to that. Now let me show you these guns up close and personal. Talk a little bit about them. Put them on a Chroning. Take them outside and shoot them at some cans. Come back in. Close this thing out. Tell you about something I have special for you. All right, let's go. Okay, we're back, and what we have here is 3 different guns. Okay, this one's 44. Well, you might well say 45 years old. We're going into 23 now. So 45 years old, year old, well, under a year old, I guess. And so what I want to do is just take a look at these guns and just how they're manufactured now. Now, just for you guys who might be interested, in the old days when we were kids, all this safety stuff was out. You know, we didn't even think about it. So of course we got metal parts on it. We got metal triggers. We got a magazine that you can actually screw out and put back in. But on this newer model, the newer models here, they got rid of that because they were scared the kids might not put it all the way back in. I think it might shoot off and hurt someone. They went with plastic triggers and those types of things. I don't know what the speeds of these things are, so we're gonna go in and we're gonna take a look at what feet per second. We'll see if the Chinese knockoff, which is cheaper, of course, than the Made in America Red Ryder here, or the old fella that's here. Okay, so let's go take a look at what they do on the Chrono. I'm not gonna shoot this again because I already shot it in the last video. We know that this one shoots at 220. See what these guys shoot at, and we'll come right back. Okay, this is the Red Ryder, 2021. .258, right about what I thought. 260 and 263. I think it climbs as it's getting warmed up. Okay, now this is the Japanese knockoff. Sorry, this is a Chinese knockoff. .280, 275, 263. Okay, those are the two. We'll be back, and looks as though this Chinese gun, made from Maryland, shot at 270 as a high. This one here shot at I think 260 as a high, and of course, you know, this one here is only shooting at 220 now because of it's just old and needs some more work done on it. So we're gonna take these guns outside and shoot a few cans with them and see how they do. So we'll be right back. Okay, this is not a contest or anything, but first is up is going to be the Chinese Maryland. And you can see the cans right here, about 10 yards away. I have not practiced with, so I'm probably going to miss a few. I'm going for the center one first. Going for the center one first. Wow. I'm going to tell you, this Marlin hits pretty hard. Go for one more. And it's accurate as heck. 2 out of 2. Okay. Now we're going to bring up the Red Ryder, which is only shooting about 10 feet per second shorter than that. Try to take one there. Yeah, just like when I was a kid. Never missed anything from this range. If we was there, it was dead. All right, let's go now with the, only got one can remaining, but this is my gun that's not shooting very fast. Matter of fact, it's slowed down a little bit since I fixed it. I need to work on it some more. But this is the 44-year-old Red Ryder. Let's see how he feels. All right, I'm still good with BB guns. If you need me, guys, I have not practiced. I just pulled them out here and just shot. So we're gonna put them back up for one more round. Nintendo or whatever game he's playing. Chicken? You got two of them through the back. Okay. Going back to the Red Ryder. But guys, let me just say this to you while I'm shooting this here. Okay? I don't care what kids you got. If you got a young kid, you've got young kids, do this. Buy a Red Ryder or any gun you want, the Marlin or whatever. Turn off their Nintendo, turn off their TV, take their cell phone for 5 minutes, take them outside, set some cans up, and start a contest between them. Okay? And I guarantee you, the one that wins, when you come home the next day, he won't be shooting. It'll be the ones that lost. They'll be out there and they'll be practicing. But they won't want to lose again. Just like I didn't when I was a kid. Did not want to lose to my big brother or to any of my friends. Okay, this is the gun that's only shooting at about 170 now. And this is bring back memories. Oh, only we wouldn't do it like this. We'd have a contest. Who could do it the fastest? So it would be, I don't know, 10 cans up there, and we just two people stand up at the line from a standing position, and they say, "Gunners ready? Shoot!" You have to cock your gun, get it down, and shoot. Cock it, get it down, and shoot. Cock it, get it down, and shoot. There was no time for anything. If you miss, you had to be right back on. And I'm telling you, if you do that, and the kids you just put this in the hands of will only care about this. They may still play those video games and stuff, but I guarantee you, you give them 10 cans, give them that, get them a competition going, and you're going to have them riflemen in no time. So with that, we're going to go back in the house because I want to talk to you about some other things here that I want to try to do to help the concept of what we just talked about. See you inside. Okay, we're back, and let me tell you, that was so much fun. I mean, I'm going to take these guys back outside and just take those cans out as far as I can. Usually with a BB gun, I think that me and my brother and my other friends that had BB guns, I think we got lucky on a few shots, and we made some 30-yard shots with these BB guns and against sparrows and that sort of thing. We found that with pigeons, you had to be very close to bring a pigeon down with them. But believe it or not, these BB guns brought down pigeons pretty easily. I guess they were just more powerful back then than they are now. But anyway, what I wanted to do here was two things. One, as I said, I found this gun. That kind of took me back to my childhood, how much fun I had with it. And then I decided, let's pick up a few more of these things and just see how they manufactured they against the guns that I was shooting when I was a child. And so we came back with the Red Ryder here, 2021. Then we came out with the Marlin, which is made in China. This thing is really powerful though. It may be shooting the fastest of all the guns, but we'll see about that. So that's all I want to do. I just wanted to say, hey, you know, if you got kids that have never shot, now if you're out there and they shooting PCPs, they shooting 22s. I see kids at the range. A little girl that was so cute, she had a little pink, a pink 22, and it was the cutest little thing in the world. And she was spot on with that thing. So if they're at that level, then this is never going to move them. This is for some kids who haven't shot anything yet. when they hit that 10K, and believe me, a smile is going to come on their face. So that's all I wanted to do was talk about that to the end. But I told you at the end here I would have something special for you, and I do. I recently sold one of my powder burners, and I decided that, you know, I'm coming up on 10,000 subscribers. And I think I'm about 500 away from that, less than 500 away from that. And so I was thinking, what can I do to as a giveaway? Now, if you go back to my 5,000 giveaway, I had what I called a big giveaway. We gave away a lot of stuff, scopes. I can't remember all the stuff we gave away. Just prizes after prizes after prizes. And the big prize was the giveaway was a P15. Now this time I can't match that. I was lucky. The people back then, I had bought enough guns from them that they went ahead and gave me a gun to give away there. Nothing like that has happened this time, and the competition for those people and their products is a lot higher than it was back then. Everybody's going to them and trying to get them to sponsor or to give them stuff, and I'm not going to get on that bandwagon. So what I got to do, I decided to take all the money that I had purchased, that I had spent, all the money that I had made on those two powder burners, and spend them on BB guns. So to that end, I want to show you what I aim to do right now when I reach 10,000 subscribers for my next giveaway. So hold on, let me just show you something. I think you'll be excited. I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, so I have something special for you. What I decided to do is this. I spent all the money I made off that powder burner to buy Daisy guns and also some vintage guns. And all of these are going to be given away when I reach 10,000. And all of these guns have a number starting from 1, which would be the Red Ryder adult. See that big stock on it? Then we have 2 Red Ryders regular. Then next to that we have the little Buck, which is a little short gun for little kids. Then from that, next to that we have a single shot pneumatic, and that's gun number 4. You pump it one time, and it shoots at between 275 and 300 feet per second. Then next to that we have a little Winchester. This thing is all plastic, but I'm telling you, that little Winchester there shoots at about 250. Then next to that is the Punch de Resistance. If you ask me, I'm giving away this Red Ryder 44-year-old. I don't know what they're selling for on eBay right now, but I know that's probably the most expensive gun of all of them. So that'll be the big giveaway, I guess. Then next to that is another gun that's a vintage, and I'll bring all these guns up in a moment and show you them. And that's gun number 8. Then we go over to some more pneumatics that you pump once, and I'll bring those up. But these guns here are shooting at 250 or better. The one with the scope on it just sprung a leak. As you can see, it has a scope on it. But I put that scope on it because I was actually outside shooting this thing and it was accurate. Then it sprung a leak, and I'm going to try to fix that leak before I think. Otherwise that gun would not be included. But this is what you can get. And let me come back and tell you what it would take to get one of these guns. And then we'll do a review. Well, we're back. As you can see, I bought quite a few guns with that the money I made off that powder burner. Now I'm going to go through each one of these guns separately for you, just so you can know. And I'll give you the number, and I'll even put the number right here so you'll know which gun we're talking about. Because you're going to take a part in this if you decide to go for the free giveaway. So here we go. And I want to tell you straight up right now that every gun here, that's brand new anyway, has the original box with it, whether it's a Red Ryder or whether it's this. As you can see, they all have boxes with them, all the way down to my little plastic fellow here. They all have the boxes, so these guns are brand new. And then we'll talk about the vintage ones in a minute. But I just want you to know that all these guns, these new guns, come with boxes. So the first one up is gun number 1. Gun number 1 is a Red Ryder 2021. Now one thing about this gun here is that this has the adult stock on it. So if I were to hold the next gun up against it, you will see there's quite a difference in that stock. That's because they thought that guys that shot this gun when they were kids might want to shoot it again, and they want to put a stock on it that those adults could hold and hold relatively comfortably without having this little tiny kid stock on it. So this is gun number 1. As I said, it's a Red Ryder. This gun here is all wood, and it's shooting at about, I'm not going to test all these guns all over again, but I think that all of these are shooting between 250 and 270 to 280. Okay, so this is gun number 1, adult size Red Ryder. The second gun is another Red Ryder. I bought 2 of these just to make sure we had enough to go around. Okay, this is a Red Ryder also, and this Red Ryder here has the kid stock on it, and this is gun number 2. And again, there's no difference between this gun and the gun you just saw except for the stock that's on it. So this is gun number 2, another Red Ryder. Gun number 3 is exact as gun number 2. It's a Red Ryder, shooting at between 250 and 270 per second. Brand new. I've only shot it a few times. Then the next one's a Pee Wee gun. This is just like I had that adult one. This is for the little chap. Okay. Haven't tested this to see what it was shooting at. I'm gonna go test it now and come back. Okay, just back. This little fella here is shooting at 240 feet per second. Not bad for this for a gun so little, but that's gun number 4. Okay. Now let me grab a couple more for you, and we'll continue to go through this process. Okay, I'm back with the last 2 of the new guns. This one I bought it just because it just looks so interesting. And the picture online just looks so interesting. But this gun here, it's a single pump BB gun, and the first time I pulled the trigger on this thing, it shot at 300 feet per second. Then it dropped down to 70s and 80s. But this is the next gun that's coming up. And this is gun number 5. And I'm going to tell you what's interesting about this gun. It's a single pump. It took me a moment to figure out how it works. But it has a lot of BBs in here, and then you just pull a spring up here and it loads up to the top. Then it runs out, pull the spring again, it loads more to the top. And it holds probably 100 BBs easily. Anyway, let's see how this thing works. I kept trying to pump it and it wouldn't pump. So I got it like this. I pumped, nothing was happening. So I missed it. It was broken. No, what you have to do is you have to load a BB. Once the BB is loaded, now a single pump. And that single pump is going to yield you 300 feet per second. But very, very quiet, because it's an air gun. Very quiet compared to those. No spring action. And so this is gun number 5. If you want to go after it, I just think it's neat looking, and there's no recoil to this thing at all because it's basically a air gun with no spring in it. Okay, the next one is a pump. I bought this again because it's a Winchester, and I just thought it looked neat, be nice for a cow. But this is a pump action. This gun here, you take it, cock it like that, give it a little shake to make sure one is in the magazine, and then fire it. And this thing here was shooting at about 240 feet per second also. So this is gun number 6, if you want it. It's a Winchester. Now we're going to go and we're going to get into the used guns that I have here for you. Okay, we're back, and the next gun is the one that I just finished working on. This is a 44-year-old Red Ryder, 1978. And I worked on it. I got it shooting at 220, and now for some reason it's dropped back down to about, I think it was like 170 or something like that. Still accurate and everything, but could use a little bit more work. But this is a vintage gun. This probably be more of a collector's item for whoever out there might want to get it. And I know that they're going for a little bit of money on eBay, but I'm not going to look it up because I might want to keep it. I just want to make it part of this giveaway. So this is the Red Ryder. This is gun number 7, and this is the actual Red Ryder vintage, shooting at about 170 somewhere in there feet per second. Could use a little work, maybe a little oil or whatever. I'm not going to take it apart again. I was going to take it apart and try to get it up a little bit higher, but I'm just going to go ahead and put it in the giveaway. Whoever gets it can put it on the mantle or sell it or whatever they want. But I'm hoping you let the kids shoot it. Okay, next gun. I remember this fella here, but when I got it, this is a redo. When I got this gun, I haven't looked up the date on it. And what it has here, it has a wooden stock, but a plastic. This is plastic up here for the hand hold. But this gun is still shooting good. I remember when I first got this gun here, after my Red Ryder, this was the second gun I had. Then after that I went to a pump. Then eventually I went back. I went back to this one again. This gun here was very, very accurate. Kind of heavy compared to the rest of them, but very accurate. So this is gun number 8. So if you're interested in a nice vintage gun that's still shooting, you might want to go for this one. But this here is a 10 pumper. And so what you want to do with this, now this has got a little rust on it and everything. You might want to look it up. I'll give you the model number off of it, so you can look it up if you want to find out anything about it. This is a model 788D. The D is very important, because from the D they went to the plastic. I'm going to bring you one up here that before they went to the plastic, that I think is probably worth a little bit more than this one would be. But anyway, this one shoots good. The more pumps you do, the more powerful it is. I usually give it 10. Cock it back, let it go. This is shooting about 250 to 300, depending on your pumps. And this is gun number 9. Sweet little gun, but you do have to pump it. Okay. And here, now this is a gun here. This is not, now the difference between these two guns is that this one here was a plastic model that came out later. This here is all metal, and it seems to be just a better made gun. And I gave the model number off here. This is just a 788. So this would have been the 788. That was 788D. The D came with all plastic parts. This one is all metal as far as the framing is concerned. Same thing again. On this one, because it's a D, this one only takes 5 for that same amount that you would have there. Cock it back one time, get a BB in there, and there you are. I really like this gun. I shot this quite a bit myself until I got this last gun we're finna bring up. Found this gun here at a flea market actually, and I actually put a scope on it because this thing here was shooting good and it was accurate and everything. But it won't be coming with the scope. I'll be taking my scope off of it. But this here, this is the, I'll give you the model number on it. This model here, this is the model 760A. Well, I'm gonna tell you what happened with it. It wasn't pumping up. Now it's pumping up again. So this gun here is really, really nice. This is one I almost didn't give up. But same thing here. What you want to do is this: you pump it up, and then once you get it pumped up, pull this back, feed a BB into it. Right now, it might not have no BBs in. I'm not getting a BB coming up in it. But anyway, you pump it down over here, just like that. And this gun here, this is heavy duty. This is the big brother to the metal one here. Okay, yeah, but this thing here was made for pumping it up and getting it out there. All right, so. And you have to pump it kind of fast. Maybe put a little oil down here. Pump it really fast for the initial one. Else you will hear a little blow by. But if you do it fast, it catches. That's how this gun works. So this is the last one. This is number 11. Okay. So those are all of the guns, new and used. The used ones are worth a lot more than the new ones, because the new ones are probably between 30 and 50 bucks. I think I paid for. But some of these other guns are going for hundreds on eBay, depending on the condition and how they're shooting and how they look, I guess. So I'm giving these away, but I'm not actually giving them away to sell. I just want to tell you the value of them. I'm actually giving them to you because I really do want these guns to be used in this way. And this is the only thing I'm asking. I know I can't do anything about it otherwise. I'm going to give you an opportunity to get these guns free. I may have to charge for postage. Trying to figure out a way to do that. I got a little time to do it because I got about 500 more people to get. But I'm going to hold a drawing for all of these guns. Now here's the key to this whole thing. And I want you guys to act on this if you want one of these guns. This is all you have to do. Do it now, even though I may not be giving these guns away for 3, 4, 5, 6 months. If you comment on this video, you have a chance to get one of these guns. Because what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to post this, but I know that no one's going to watch this. I tested it already by putting the other one up. And only, I think when I checked today, it was only like 375 people who watched it. And I know that those 375 people watched it for one or two reasons. They watched it because they thought it might be interesting. Therefore, hopefully they're interested in a BB gun. And others of you guys are just so good to me. You watch everything I put up there no matter what. But either way, I want you guys to be a part of this drawing. So here's how you're going to do it. Comment right now. And when you comment, put 2 numbers in your comment. And your comment could be just 2 numbers. You could put in 7 and 11, or 1 and 3, if you want the Red Riders, or whatever, or do a combination of a brand new gun and one of the vintage guns. But those 2 numbers are going to be the only 2 that you can win. I want to give you guys a chance to be a part of this, and don't just make it just dumb luck by just pulling names and just giving you a gun. Give me the gun you're interested in. If there's any gun out there that no one's interested in, I will probably, people that are coming in second place on some of these other guns, I'll probably just say, hey, would you be interested in this one? If you say yeah, then I'll send it to you. But right now I got to figure out a way to try to get the postage, because I can't afford to pay the postage on 11 guns, especially if I got to send any. I learned that last time. The stuff I had to send to Europe, oh my God, oh God, I had no idea what the expense would be on that. The ones around the United States were not that bad, but boy, once you go across the border, so to speak, it gets expensive. So we got to figure that part out. We got time for that. So for right now, know this: all the new guns. If you do win a new gun, it will come in the original box with all the instructions and everything to it, and you will get it that way. The vintage guns, I'll wrap them best I can to get those to you. But the only thing I want you to do is this. This is the only reason I went out and spent this money for these guns. You have to promise me. And you don't have to promise me in the comments or anything else. Just promise me in the air. Aaron, I promise. That you're going to have some kid who's never pulled a trigger on a gun. Even if you got to go find one of the neighbor kids, one of your nieces, your nephews, or whatever. And take them out there, and hopefully in a pair of them, so they at least have some contests going. Put some cans up. Show them how I taught them when they come down here. For you guys that don't shoot, this is how I teach the kids. It's very, very easy. I tell them, you take this little V here. You take this little V here, then this thing at the end, you put that thing there right in the middle of that V. And even right across the top. And then you put it on the can, on the bottom, on the middle of the can, and squeeze. And I had kids hitting cans at 10 yards in no time. Even the ones that were shaky. Because I taught them this too. There's no way you can hold it still. So understand the movement. And don't pull, squeeze. And pretty soon they're doing it. So that's all I want to do. I want to get some. I want some kids to feel the same joy that I felt when I picked this thing up and started going out and shooting cans, and then eventually going hunting with it and shooting birds. I just want them to feel that same joy. So that's what this is about. This is about trying to pass the joy on that I had. And I'm passing these guns to you guys. Hopefully you'll pass that joy on and keep this thing growing and keep these kids interested in being outdoors instead of sitting on a computer or playing with their phones. Get them outdoors, get them shooting. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close this thing out. And remind you again, just comment on this, pick out 2 numbers. And we'll take care of it down the road when we finally reach 10,000, all right? You guys, keep it safe, and be back with another video soon.